It's easy to assume it might be a fighting game, but there's no real way of knowing. It's the problem. Is there sound? No, sound playback's checked, so there's no reason why there wouldn't be sound. Earliest piracy I know about really is from the era before internet was widespread, where you got those 6 CD sets with the newest game rips. They were real printed CDs, not CDR. Eh, yeah. Of course, even then you were still paying money. I remember paying a couple bucks for a rip of Thrill Kill, as well as an import of, I think it was Capcom Arcade Classics or something for the PS1. It was only available in Japan, so there was no way I could play it without a specialized device. But as for CD sets with the newest game rips, that's sort of new for me. I'd never heard of those. Yeah, piracy wasn't free. You had to be connected to a certain network, and you had to know the right people, and you couldn't just ask around because even back then there were people uh, that were keeping an eye out for those that were curious. Yeah, we had sting operations back then too. But here's a game called Final Blow. Talent. That has to be a misprint. Talent knocked you out with Final Blow from Sales Curve. Final Blow from the Sales Curve. One to render your opponent harmless. I... So this is a cracked game, huh? With cheats, I'm assuming? Game preferences, players, minutes per round, rounds per match, computer boxer. Oh, it's a tough man contest. At least I think. Let's go to practice, see what this might just be boxing. So evidently I just press the button and it does this, he does this funny little thing with his wrist that resembles a punch, I think. I think it's a punch. Okay. Oh, thank God I'm cheating because I don't think there's any way I could play this game properly. Round 3. Wait, we can actually clinch in this game? Okay, that's a shitty knockdown there. Yeah, I'm just gonna hang on the ropes here for a couple seconds while I catch my breath. And there's the bell. Dynamite Joe is laying waste to King Jason with his little pussy punches of fury. Dynamite Joe coming in with a left, a right, and another right. Evidently, that's all he knows how to do. King Jason is pushing Dynamite Joe to the ropes, but he doesn't seem to be doing any kind of damage whatsoever. Why am I pausing? I don't know. Joe is kicking. Is kicking. There's no kicking in boxing. Round 2. Joe is punching Jason in the belly, and he's punching him again in the belly. He seems infatuated with Jason's belly. Joe realizes he can mix it up and actually starts punching him in the face. And Jason decides to hang on the ropes instead of fall to the ground. And Jason is saved by the bell. Round 3, Joe comes out swinging. And Jason is down. Metaphorically. And Jason is down for the 10 count. Okay, seriously, how the hell am I supposed to really play this game legit? I mean, really. What the the hell am I doing? I mean, that is a lame attempt at an uppercut. What the fuck? Yeah, pause. Really, it just looks like he's doing this. Like I'm trying to jerk the other guy off. That's not a punch. I fucking swear. Yeah, maybe it is possible to play this game legit. Because evidently he's walking right into my face shots. And Fernando Gomez could not be saved by the bell this time. Joe now faces the Detroit Kid. And Joe tries to counteract with that gay-ass uppercut and not succeeding. Round two. And the kid is down on his feet. Kurashakev. Kurashakev. You can tell he's a crusher because he looks like me, but with slick back hair. this is interesting. He's putting up a lot more of a fight. Not by much, though. It really does feel like the Commodore equivalent of Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Because either you're going to hit the guy or you're not. Round 3. And 3 rounds go by without one going down. Dynamite Joe versus Cool Sean. He's cool because he has blue gloves. And the round 1 draws to a close without one going down. Dynamite Joe is really giving it to Cool Sean. Sean is attempting to come back, but Dynamite Joe will not be denied. Why? Because this is a hacked game and has a cheat built into where he cannot go down, period. Because the author could not find any copies that were unhacked. And we are going to round 3. Whoa, Nelly, this is exciting. Exciting boxing. Cool Sean is groggy. And he is down on his feet. He's holding onto the ropes. And he is down, even though he's still standing. Joe moves on to Killer Ken. Killer Ken. Raider Rich, this is a game called Final Blow for the Commodore 64, and yes, it sucks. Dear God, it sucks. And it didn't help that I have a modified game, which is the only one I could find. It's got a trainer built into it. So yeah, no matter what, you are invincible. You're not going to get knocked down ever. Which I guess is fine because I don't know how you're supposed to play this game legit anyway. Round 1 came to a close and Killer Ken is nowhere near being groggy. Nowhere near being tired. Meanwhile, Dynamite Joe, just looking so cool and full of dynamite. He will not be denied. He can't be, it's in his contract. And again, Dynamite Joe attempts that funny little thing with his wrist, but it looks like an uppercut, but it's not. Looks like he's flexing. What the fuck? Again, I'm serious. It looks like he's just doing this. Eh, 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 eh. That's not an uppercut. You know, this is an uppercut. Bam! Bam! You're actually stretching your arm outward while going upward. That's an uppercut. This, eh, eh, eh. You want to feel my muscles? Eh, eh, eh. That's not an uppercut. What the fuck? I know the Commodore is limited, but dear God, at least put some effort in your sprites. And Killer Ken is taking a beating. And through a decision, Dynamite Joe wins again. He now moves on to take on Kid Steve. Kid Steve. Kid Steve. Something about that name just sounds very, very bland, very uninspired. I agree, it is better than Glass Joe. Another thing they could have done is try to put some effort into the textures. I mean, not every boxer has to look like he just came out of a tanning salon and dipped in bronzing gel. I mean, really. I mean, they look like they would be white if the programmer didn't change the color at the last minute to hide the fact that they're supposed to be black. And round two has passed without me realizing that, oh, I still had the camera on me. Yeah, I want to apologize for that little snafu. That's yeah, totally professional. And Kid Steve is down on his feet again. it looks like it looks like every fighter is painted to look like they're black, even though they look like they could be white. It just sounds. It sounds like something got screwed up in the art department. So now Dynamite Joe is about to face Demon Dave. I swear this guy better have bat wings on his back. No, he doesn't. He just has black trunks. And like everybody else, he looks like he came out of a tanning salon and took a dip in some bronzing gel. Oh my goodness, he is such a demon. He is pounding me with every punch that he can muster. He does not want me to deal any kind of damage to him. Oh no, he is such a demon. Dynamite Joe attempts to counter with his flexing uppercut. And does no damage at all. Because his uppercut sucks. Dumbledore. Who say anything about free pizza? Damn it, now you're making me hungry. Oh, I mean hi. Hi! Yeah. Round 3. The button mashing continues. The what the fuckery continues. For another minute. Nut shot! Nut shot! Dumbledore, I have to correct you with the omnidirectional digital joystick and 2 buttons thing. Eh, it's actually a one-button game. It doesn't even feel remotely like a omnidirectional game. This game sucks. Blue Fire, yes. Let me mute that for a second. It totally feels like a Rock'em Sock'em Robots game. It is definitely not a fun game. I have to. I hate to say it, but it just feels like crap. Forward, back, and punch. Careful you don't mess up your buttons. What buttons? There's just one button. Oh. Alright, off to the rubbish bin you go. And that was Final Blow for the Commodore 64.